Collins and Murkowski in particular both have indicated they can't support a nominee who is, quote, hostile to Roe versus Wade. Not somebody who's hostile to the United States Constitution. No, abortion. Roe versus Wade is their litmus test. This is a problem from within the GOP.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, I think that both Collins and Murkowski have both signaled that they do intend to support Judge Brett Kavanaugh for the U.S. Supreme Court. I don't expect any problems from them. I think the real issue is going to be for the Democrats in the U.S. Senate. I think you are already seeing the Democrats start to trip all over themselves. We saw this week Senator Manchin actually met with Senator Manchin from West Virginia, who's one of the red state Democrats up for re-election, met with Brett Kavanaugh. We saw also Joe Donnelly from Indiana, who's another red state Democrat up for re-election, and Senator Heidi Heitkamp from North Dakota, both pledged to meet with Brett Kavanaugh. They haven't scheduled those meetings yet. They haven't happened yet. But I think that those three in particular are all going to end up voting for Brett Kavanaugh. And then in addition to that, I think you're going to see several other red state Democrats really falling all over themselves, whether it be Bill Nelson, who's losing in Florida right now. The latest polls have Rick Scott above him. Claire McCaskill in Missouri, she's also in serious trouble. John Tester in Montana. There are more than that. I think Brett Kavanaugh is going to get confirmed and very easily by the end of September.
I think in the end you're dead on. I think in the end it's going to happen, but it's getting to there. That's going to be interesting because I think that the Democrats have clearly shown that they're going to try and blockade and try and slow walk this nomination as long as possible. And it's, number one, it's an election issue, right? They don't want this election issue to go away. They want to be able to beat this dead horse all the way through November. And so what they're going to try and do, Chuck Schumer and company are going to try and do is stall this thing and try and play it out as long as possible, well beyond October 1st, the first Monday in October, if you will, and delay the nomination process. I don't know that they're going to have the power to do so, but certainly that's the tactic.
Yeah, that absolutely is a tactic. But again, I think the longer that Schumer delays this, the more he hurts his own conference, the more he hurts his own members. Those Democrats that I mentioned, several other ones that are up for re-election, as well as House Democrats, they're going to face a lot of pressure from the people across the country. Judge Kavanaugh is an immensely qualified jurist. He is certainly qualified to be on the U.S. Supreme Court. And I think the longer that the Democrats stall, the more they're going to hurt their own cause. And so it's in Schumer's best interest and in Nancy Pelosi's best interest to see this thing, to just let this thing through, because the longer that they hold it up, the more they're going to hurt their own members.
Yeah, if Grassley can keep this aggressive timeline that he's hoping to get through the United States Senate, and that is by the first week in October, have the nomination wrapped up. Yeah, I think it can really play into the hands of the Republican Party. Matt, thank you.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.